We're coming to y'all today from Indiana, and we're gonna go see an Apexx Drone Solutions spray trailer at the factory where they're building them and they're finishing fitting them there. And they're amazing. They're top-notch, above and beyond anything I could have ever imagined that I would ever see. And contact information will be in the description below. So this is our workstation. If you need an area to come in here and work on your drones, if you need a good tabletop, also dry erase board, you can use this and that area over there. Maybe ever thought about putting the pegboards on here, maybe?
Yep. So we've actually we've ordered some to try out on our trailers. So like this is just the exact same aluminum sheeting that's on the outside of the trailer. We just have the white in here to obviously reflect more light, make it brighter in here. So I mean, obviously, like, these things are slick, shiny, super easy to clean. Like, you get fly spots, it dings, whatever. Put some Windex on it, wipe it off, looks brand new again. Or like you said, you know, you can run dry erase markers, all that, just wipe right off. You know,
if you can deal with the smell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some people might like it. And then solar power on the front. We hadn't showed that yet. And then that's your charger controller.
That's the solar inverter. So that transfers the energy from the solar power or the solar panels to the battery here, which this battery will run all these lights, all the outlets, everything inside this trailer for a long time. And then you also have a battery charger here. So if you're plugged into power, you can just plug this in here. This is also charging your battery. Or if the trailer is hooked to your truck, it's also charging the battery. That way, so everything is geared up to charge the battery.
And then typically they come with a Honda generator on the front.
The Honda generator that's an added feature.
That's an added feature.
Yep, that's about $1,000 if you want the Honda generator on the front.
And that would charge this as well.
So
you can charge truck, solar, generator.
And so it's wired on the front of the trailer that you can plug into the generator we're talking about, and then that will let you have plenty of power if you want to run like a microwave in here or a mini fridge or anything like that.
Or charge your remotes.
And that's one of the features. That's why we have the the external 110 outlets on the top deck as well, so you can plug your remotes directly into the outlets up there instead of having to carry extra batteries for your remotes.
Awesome. Let's go up there.
Absolutely.
So this staircase right here, this is to go inside the workstation, right? So one-handed, it's aluminum, the feet are adjustable, you fold it up and it locks. You got your lock here, and then to unlock it, you literally just twist it this way.
And so you can also, these fold flat. And then like the door will shut.
And lockable.
And lockable. So you can come out here, and then when you want to take it out, so you just open this up, drop it, let it hang by itself. And then you just push the two levers in the back.
And then it's secured. It's stabilized. Now, without the feet down, will you damage it if you try to walk up it?
Probably going to bend the frame. Because I mean, this attached, you're not going to break anything off. But you might bend, your brackets right here of how the actual ladder goes. But like those feet, they've got almost 4 feet of adjustability to them. So I mean, you got plenty of room.
It's not moving. Like I'm stepping on it. It's solid.
And then the door is set so it will shut while the staircase is down as well. So like if you're out in the field or whatever, and you need to shut the door so bugs or something don't get in, you can totally shut the door, still have your staircase. So it's not like you have to keep putting the staircase up and out
all day long. And then this is your rollout, so 2 T40s, right, and batteries.
It'll also fit the new T50s.
And T50s. We don't know about T60s yet, but we're not even supposed to know about them all.
Right.
So this door on that side, door on this side.
This will go
T40
on either side of the trailer.
3/4 the way.
It'll go all the way.
All the way.
Well, sorry about that. I say all the way because it's plenty all the way for a T40 to fit. You know what I mean?
And you use 2 people, grab it off of there and set it on the ground and go to work.
And then these are also lockable as well. So you can close these up at the end of the day in between jobs or whatever and lock your drones, batteries, all that stuff in here so it's safe and secure.
That's the big thing for me. That's why I'm here, is because we're going to go on the road and we want to lock up.
Here's the an extra outlet plus the plug that I was telling you about to plug into the generator. So like you can see, we've got power coming to the trailer right now, but this is where you would set your generator You know, exactly. Or by, you know, you can do the option that we sell, the actual nice Honda generator. It just goes right here, comes on, plugs in, you're good to go.
Great, yeah. And chain box, nice sturdy hitch, adjustable, big heavy duty jack, chain box. You can put all kinds of stuff right there. I plan on putting a mini bike there, a pit bike there.
Yeah.
So, and there's your solar panels. How many watts, you know?
You know, I really don't know. I mean, it's more than you'll ever need. I mean, we started off just putting one on it, and we're like, you know what? People are going to be out working. The last thing we want them to worry about is power. Right. We put a second one on there for you guys to make sure that you have as much power as absolutely possible out there. So I think kind of the big thing that sets our trailers apart has got to be the staircase. I mean, everybody else out there is running a ladder on the front of their trailers. We actually have the aluminum staircase. You know, makes it a lot easier to carry stuff up. You know, you're working on getting remotes, drinks, everything expensive stuff to the top of this trailer. You want it to be easy, and we did it with this.
The only other thing you do is the elevator.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Or one of those staircases that does the work for you.
For sure, for sure. You guys want to go up top and check it out?
Yeah. So up here is, you can customize this part up here as much as you want.
Yep.
We was actually talking about stopping my my rails right here, but you can make this as open as you want to be.
Doing it for Jesse's trailer, stopping it here, we'll also have a walk-through gate right here. Yep. So it's still OSHA compliant, safe, but you'll actually have a walk-through gate now on this side as well, so you can walk back here and get all your stuff. And
umbrella support, if you're wondering what that is. So
we, and all of our trailers come with the big Pipeliner Cloud umbrellas. They're actually the same umbrellas that like your serious welders and guys run on their rigs on the pipelines, and they'll hold up to like 120, 130 mile an hour wind burst, plus they're fireproof.
Hey, we're in hurricane weather.
Dude, they're 8 foot. So, I mean, it's 8 feet of shade.
Side to side.
Yes, yes.
And then from this elevated platform, you get to see your ground guy. You'll have a ground guy down there. You can land down there, land on the ground. There's a ramp that comes out from the center, so that you can walk up. There's stuff in the way right now, but
yeah, you'll also see there the 2 holes. That's for more umbrellas. So our trailers come with 2 umbrellas. You get one for the top deck and one for your ground guy. So, but if you want to put 2 on here, you easily could. But we've got it set up so like you run it on either side depending on where the sun's at for the day.
Yeah, because it moves.
Absolutely.
It starts over there and ends over there.
Yes, sir.
100 foot of hose. You got 100 foot of hose and a gas pump down there for your agitation and your fill. I guess we'll go down there and see that.
Yeah. And then as well, something mentioned too, I know we talked about it down there.
Power station.
But we've got outlets on both sides of the trailer. So you can plug in your remotes directly here or on that side. And then also, so this handrail, it's all aluminum, and it is all foldable, but it doesn't have to be folded down. So with it up, the trailer is 13.2. So you're legal to drive down the road with it up. Yeah. But let's say you have a little shop or a barn or you're like a bunch of overhanging trees in your driveway and you want to fold it down so you don't rip something up. Super easy. So it's just literally a push pin. So I just pull this.
Yeah. I got mine out first, by the way.
Pull that out. And then all of this.
Pick up maybe a little. What are we here for?
Right here, handrail don't fold on this side. There it does.
There it is. So this trailer's still being built. This is not ready to go. So, but yeah, they fold down.
And then all of them will fold down. So you fold your 2 ends,
and then
your top 2 fold down on top of your ends. Yep.
Right. Awesome.
And then whenever you get where you're going, it's super easy. Just pops right back up. Grab your pin. Push your pin through on the side.
And then now you're back to being OSHA compliant.
Good to go.
OSHA compliant, ready to go. 500 pound, I think is what the requirement is. 500 pounds. Okay, let's go downstairs.
Hell yeah. Space anyways.
So right here, instead of, I've been dealing with gas cans, 3 or 4 of them, and by the way, when they get empty, they blow out of the back of the truck. And you're wondering where your $20 gas can is that somebody picked up on the side of the road for free, and I'm never the one picking them up.
Yep.
So 50 gallon.
Yep.
Transfer, and it's DOT legal.
Yep.
And then, is this 100 foot?
50 foot.
50 foot.
50 foot, and it's on a retractable hose reel. So locks in place or goes back by itself. And this gives you enough hose reel to stretch all the way back here to the back of your trailer. And so you can fill up your generators that would sit here, as well as your Honda pump that sits over on that side.
And you can reach the generator on the front.
Yep. And all of this too, everything here is all wired electrically on a box here. So your actual gas pump there, wired electrically. All your spotlights all the way around the trailer electrically, as well as, so all these change to strobe.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're parked on the side of the road and you don't want people to hit you, you can turn all your running lights, top, bottom, everywhere in this trailer to strobe lights, which is awesome.
Because we know they're going to be staring at the drone flying.
Absolutely.
They're never going to be looking at the road.
Nope, and that's how accidents happen.
Or they're looking at their cell phone.
Yes.
Watching their video.
Yep. And like our main goal with this trailer, we wanted to come out with something, you know, to really boost your efficiency, to have you actually be able to make money doing this, but we're trying to keep it as safe as possible. I mean, we really went through a lot of lengths to make this trailer safer than everybody else is out there for reasons like that. Because, I mean, nobody wants to be out on the side of the road, get sprayed, and have somebody just run in the back of their trailer. And if they run into the back of the trailer when this flashing like this, they don't have a leg to stand on. You're going to have everything you need to go to court if somebody tries to sue you, because this is I mean, you're compliant every way possible with this trailer.
We also have comfort in mind. Yes. So independent suspension. There's a walking beam right there, and Dexter axles, 8,000-pound axles.
16-ply tires.
16-ply tire, and a radial tire, not just a cheap trailer tire. So it's going to ride good. It's going to articulate over that walking beam, and then independent springs for each axle. So it's going to ride good. It's going to pull good. It's going to track straight. You got brakes. 8,000-pound axles going to have brakes on all wheels. Both axles, both tires going to have brakes. You're going to be able to stop all this extra weight. So you're not going to run into nobody.
No.
Yeah. Handrails, and then your generators will sit here. This one is they're still producing. It's not quite done. So your generators, if you order them, will come here. And then battery box. So your cooling stations for your T40s will go there, or T50s. And you got one. And this is your recirculation pump. So another thing we talked about was serviceability. You can go to any Tractor Supply. You can go to any Tractor Supply, any John Deere store, any of your spray agriculture places. They will have a pump like that, and it will bolt up right there.
So your cooling station for the DJIs run the T40 batteries? Literally just sit right there. You can sit two of them in here side by side, so you can have 4 batteries right here working. Plus, you're down here where the cool air is going to be. You're not up in the hot air. So everything here is geared for efficiency.
That hot air is going to rise. I mean, it's been rising for forever. 100-foot, that's your drone fill. So, and then you have a valve there, a T-valve.
This will switch, so agitation, automatically agitating both your tanks, depending on how you have it set up on the other side. You can either be agitating both or independently like we talked about. And then whenever you're ready to fill, you just swap this over to this side, and then you're automatically running your fill. This also has an available option that this can also be a remote valve. So this can be changed out for an electrical valve. So your guy up top, your pilot plus your ground guy could have a remote control, and he can just push a button and switch this from agitation to fill just with the push of a button.
That's awesome. And then you can crack it too. We talked about like putting it in a mid position.
Go about like right here, and then you're agitating and filling at the same time.
So you don't
slow your fill down a little bit, but you're still going to be out there kicking butt. You know?
No doubt. And with that monster of a pump right there running 200 gallons a minute, you've got pressure. You got pressure, all the pressure you want.
Like when we get to the job site, we just turn this on, and then we leave it run until we move to a different job site. So it's constantly agitating these tanks all day.
I do the same thing. I turn mine on, and until sometimes I get down to like 5 gallons. And then I'll shut it off just because it gets foamy.
For sure.
Just in my particular setup sometimes. And it sometimes it don't. It depends on what you're doing. But
and you know, something else, so like I know like you kind of run stuff like we do, majority hot loads, but we also have this set up to where it is already plumbed coming off the lot, ready for an inductor. So if somebody did want to run an inductor, your inductor would sit right here. You've got tank 1, tank 2, so you automatically go in, plus your agitation and suction all right here.
And filter.
All of that.
Easy access, serviceability. That's the name of the game.
Easy screws off here, pulls this straight out, clean your filter, put it back on, you're ready to go.
And you got plenty of room to put a big set of pliers in there because somebody's going to over tighten it at some point. These are held down with these clamps here.
So you got stainless brackets holding these on. These are two 330-gallon tanks. Again, the customizable option. This is what the trailer comes with. If you want bigger tanks, smaller tanks, we can customize any type of tank you want for these trailers.
So what's the maximum?
So right now we're looking at maximum 500s a piece, or we could go to one single tank and get you even more, probably closer to 1,500, 2,000 even.
That's a lot of spray.
You know, right, like the reason we kept it 2 tanks is because just for easeability. So like you know, your stainless brackets here, so we're starting to do a lot of cover crop, a lot of seeding with these things. So these literally can just be popped off right here. You can grab these with a forklift or by hand because they're not that heavy. Slide these out because we left this whole side open. Slide them out, put a dry box in with an auger, and now you've got a dry system. So this trailer, it's very, very easily changeable on the fly without having to do a lot of work.
That's last year. That's something people don't realize. I did 2,000 acres of cover crop, and somebody said, "You can do cover crop." And, oh yeah, man. So whenever soybeans, before they go in there and shell those beans, we go plant ryegrass, and now you're turning your cows in a full month earlier. And that's a full month of grazing that you're getting. That's money to market.
Absolutely.
In April.
You know, and it makes it nice that you literally can just pop this off, unpop your flanges right here because they got the flange quick release fittings.
Can you leave this stuff? You just take the
all this will stay. Just pop your 2 hoses right here. This whole system just pulls out
right out of there.
And then you put your dry box in, and you're ready to go.
And if you're like me and you don't remember what hose goes where, you take your little colored zip tie and marble.
All of our stuff's labeled.
Oh, it is?
Everything you buy from us will come labeled, so you'll know exactly which hose goes to where.
That's amazing. The fill on this tank is going to be on the driver's side.
So you can pull into the gas station, fill your truck up in your tank, pop it off right there, fill everything up, back on the road. And
lockable, by the way. So you ain't got to worry about somebody stealing.
So it goes back on, run a padlock right through here. You're good.
If for some reason you get water in there, you got a drain right there. If you get a bad tank of gas, you can drain it there. And then this is just the other side of that slide where you do your drone storage for transportation. Are y'all storing your drone back there like small distances or up top?
So I'll basically, the T40 always goes in here like overnight. It always goes in here. And then like let's say like in between fields or whatever. I mean, you know, because you sprayed a lot, you hardly ever get to run out of full tank on a drone in between fields. Your drone's usually coming back with some.
Okay, we're in the HQ basically. And this is the front office. This is the dolly. For the T40.
So this is the dolly that we came up with, that we patented. So we've actually came up with the locking mechanism here. So the way this works, you got these little pucks that will come with the dolly. So this puck will basically just sit on the dolly just like this.
And what that does, there.
Just bolts on, it'll stay on the dolly. Sliding up doesn't affect anything, doesn't change any of the flight pattern, anything on the drone, so it'll just stay with it. So then, when this goes on, so you just pull it underneath the drone and literally locks into place just like this, okay? And then, like when you want to take it back off, you literally just pull these 2 pins, releases just like that. So it comes back in, locks into place just like that. Come back up here to the top. You've got your 2 arms. They go over the handrail.
You can put the pins in or
come over. If you really want it to be secure, you've got pins here that go, and it'll just go through that hole just like that, locking it on. So there's no way this is going to come off this dolly. Okay?
Just like the handrails.
So then when you come up, pick it up, you can literally, I mean, I can move this thing one-handed. I mean, and I can move it one-handed full of chemical. And this is what we were talking about, being able to run it up the ramp, you know, in between fields by yourself, not have to have another guy, not have to be trying to pick it up and off the trailer, you know, because one person, I mean, that's a lot of work, especially if you're trying to get a lot done in a day. You're not going to be wanting to pick this thing on and off all day long.
Or if somebody's up on the tower finishing a field up, your ground guy, he can handle this by himself.
Absolutely, by himself.
You don't need 3 people.
You got the big aluminum ramp on our trailers, folds out. This rolls right up that ramp, straps onto those D-rings we showed you in that last video. move on in between fields.
Yep. While you're finishing up.
Pop it out. Bull dolly literally just comes out from underneath.
And is there a special place on the trailer to stow it?
Really anywhere you want, because I mean the cool thing with this, I mean everything moves. So I mean this thing, you can fit it just about anywhere. And this is powder coated aluminum, so super lightweight, and you're not going to scratch it, ding it up. It's going to look good forever.
And we got little wear pads here.
Yep.
Yep.
And
cool.
even if you do beat it up or scratch it or ding it or whatever, it's still not going to rust because
it's aluminum.
Yep.
And light.
Yep.
And durable. And a lot of the chemicals we work with are corrosive.
Absolutely. You're not going to hurt this thing.
Cool. Thank you. I was digging around. I think I found something I wasn't supposed to find. What is this, Kenny?
So this is actually a coating that we put on the props. So this is a DJI prop. That's all it is. Yep. But then we apply our coating to it. This is it's called a Tough Guard. So what it is, you can feel it. It's a little textured. So makes these things almost indestructible. I mean, your lifetime of them, I mean, protects against chips, dings. Like you can see, I mean, this prop's got 300 hours on it. And I mean, that's all that you've got. And I mean, looks brand new, basically. Brand new. Yep. Coolest thing about it, I like, is the line of sight. I mean, with these things white like this, you can see your drone forever. Like, you do not lose it.
The light's going to reflect off of it just coming down from the sun.
You can just see, like, look at the white compared to the black.
Yeah.
I mean, this gets lost in the sun. Yeah. This, you'll see this all day long. And you can see this is a drone that we actually run ourselves and spray. This is one of our spray drones.
It's a test drone too.
I mean, you can see this one. This one's been through it. This one's this is a workhorse right here. But I mean, you can see is so. I mean, look, the best part of this drone right now are the props.
Yeah.
And that's because of the coating we've put on them. I mean, you can see, like, we've run this drone pretty hard, and best part about it is the props.
So, and you can still see the part number.
Yep.
It's still, I don't see how good that's going to show up, but so there are 4 types of props on a T40. There's UCCWs, lower CCWs, or just, and then there are, or they'll just be marked CCW, and then there's counterclockwise uppers and lower counterclockwise. So whenever you swap out your props, you want to make sure that you put the right one in the right spot, and they're marked on the arms. So what prop goes with what arm?
Yep.
And what motor?
Something else. So we've actually can't confirm nor deny this because we haven't run them enough yet to give you a solid answer. But what we're finding on our drones is with this coating on it, because of how it cuts through the air with this non-resistant coating on it, it totally repels ultraviolet rays. So no more ultraviolet rays damaging your blades, which that's a big cause of blades to rupture. It's because all the work in the sun. So no ultraviolet damage. They're corrosive resistant, so you don't have to worry about chemical getting on it, hurting it. Absolutely nothing like that whatsoever. But the biggest thing is we're seeing actually almost a minute of extra flight time per battery with these props.
Oh, and so I know if you're used to little drones, a minute don't sound like a lot.
It's a lot when you're trying to make money.
It's a lot when you're making money with this thing.
Yep.
So an average flight time for me is probably about 8 minutes.
Yep.
So you're talking about greater than 10%. You're probably talking 17, 18%.
Yep.
And that's because that prop is more efficient.
Yep.
Because it has less drag.
Yep. Has way less drag. So we're seeing, like I said, almost an extra minute of flight time. Plus, the coolest thing, because it's got that less drag and it's better wind resistance, you got more lift, but your motors aren't getting hot.
Yeah.
It's keeping the motors cooler because it's not putting as much of a working load on the actual motor. So, and this is something we sell a full set of these coated to you, or if you've got a set, you can send them in, and as long as they pass the test, we got to make sure they're not, totally junk, but if they pass the test, we'll coat your propellers for you and send them back to you. Yep. So like what a lot of people do, like when they buy a T40 from us, they just automatically buy the blades with the T40.
Yes.
We swap out the T40 blades that came. So like this one's a brand new one right here, obviously. So
right out of the box.
I would swap these props off, put your coated props on, and then just coat these and have these on my shelf for the next guy.
And they're super simple. There's 2 little washers here, and there's a screw. You just want to use blue Loctite, and then you tighten it up. Actually, I was told you can't over tighten it, but somebody will say, I put a 3/4 inch torque wrench on it.
Right.
Flathead screwdriver, tighten it up. blue Loctite.
Yep.
And you're done. And replace the washers. I replace those washers a lot.
Yep. Yep.
It's a big deal. And they're
kind of the main wear point we found on the drones is that little washer.
That washer will cause a problem.
Yep. Yep.